So Hare Krishna devotees, thank you very much for joining. Yes. So today we're going to do some more bhajans from Bhaktivinod Thakur's Gitavali, and Deepika will be singing these beautiful bhajans. So Deepika, you'd like to explain anything first?
Yes, Prabhu. I would like to share a brief points in this bhajan. So this was a wonderful bhajan, Nityananda Prabhu. As previously, I sang a bhajan regarding about Gauranga Mahaprabhu singing the pastimes of Krishna, and here Nityananda Prabhu is singing the pastimes of Gauranga. So this is such a nice bhajan, like Gauranga Mahaprabhu, even Nityananda Prabhu, singing and dancing in ecstasy, sings the pastimes of names of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Wonderful names. He says, Lord Chaitanya first. He starts from small childhood, how he was born. It's like a mini Chaitanya Chaitamrita. Like previous bhajan was like mini pastimes of Krishna. This is like mini Chaitanya Chaitamrita when I was going through this.
Mm.
So it's yeah, like a Lord Chaitanya, how he was born to Jagannath Mishra, and how he was looking like he's looking like the shining moon of Mayapur, and is the source of all nectar of the land of Navadvipa. Then yes, he's a beloved son of, now after mentioning about the father, now mother,
Mm.
beloved son of Sachi Mata as well, and like how his complexion was in a golden form, like where he was born under the neem tree, so that's why he's called Nimai Sundar.
Mm.
But he's covered with Radha Rani's mood always. So he's the best of all dancers here, they say. And now he comes, when he was young, what all pranks he did, like
Mm.
joking, and he's fond of joking and playing pranks with his friends, yes, nearby. Then
Mm.
he's moon among the scholarly students. Oh,
Mm. Mm.
sorry. Yes, he's a moon among the scholarly students, and he bewildered two thieves. How how we call in Hindi like Chalaki, say how he did with the
Oh,
thieves,
yeah.
and how he pranked with the thieves in that age like a small child.
Mm.
So uh, now comes his now they mention here also, they mention about two wives of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityananda
Mm.
Prabhu says he's giver and blessings of Lakshmi Priya was his first wife, and he's a mischievous child and is a dispiller of grief, Sachi Mata, and he's a lord and husband of Lakshmi Priya. Then he also eradicates the pride, conquering the Pandit named Keshava Kashmir,
Mm.
and his beloved lord of Vishnu Priya. Here is just a second wife as well, but we believe that I heard that it's both goddess Lakshmi in herself
Yes, that's
with
correct.
with Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So it's I heard somewhere, I did hear the one of the pastime regarding Mahaprabhu's marriage
Mm.
life.
Mm.
So again comes here, he's a preserver of Sanatana Dharma. Then he became the disciple. Then here comes his life, where it describes about uh, how he met how he became the disciple of Ishwara Puri, and he in the song it says Madhvacharya Sampradaya Pata means probably he kept the Madhva Sampradaya,
Mm.
the lineage. He's a protector of it.
Mm.
Then he becomes madly intoxicated by tasting the holy name of Krishna, how he does, and thus he inaugurated the religion of the age of Nama Sankirtana. Then
Mm.
here comes the associates now. This is the associates part, how from where he gets the associates. Like he's a friend of Advaita Acharya, treasure of Srinivasa Thakur ji, and soul of Nityananda Prabhu, source of Gadadhar Pandit. Then
Mm.
here it comes the Nile. Here, in this one of the part of the song Bhajan, it covers the part of 9 islands like
Mm.
Antardvipa, the triumph of Simantadvipa. He enjoys wandering and flocking on the islands of Godruma, is the shelter of pastimes of Madhyadvipa. Again, he's the lord of Koladvipa, controller of Ritudvipa. creator of Janudvipa, Modrumadvipa, Ruddadvipa. Here, all the islands are covered in this part. Now, again, the main pastimes, like, with the how he delivers the Jaga and Madai. And he's the Lion Village Kirtans and deliverer of Chand Kazi. This one I was not able to get, Prabhu. Chand Kazi, I got no idea who.
Yeah, that was the Muslim
Ruler
magistrate at that time. Yeah, the ruler at that time.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
he actually stopped the Sankirtan movement.
Okay,
Some of his
okay.
guards, they broke the Madanga. And then what happened was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu organized the first disobedience movement. And they, civil disobedience and peaceful. He did a big march with all the devotees to his house. And Chand Kazi was scared. And later he came out, and because somehow he's related
Okay.
to Chaitanya. So then he talked to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you are my nephew and be kind to me. And then he said, well, I have to tell you something. After my people broke the Madanga, a half man, half lion personality came and jumped on my chest, and she showed the chest to Chaitanya with the claw marks. He said, if you disturb my devotees again, I will kill you.
Okay.
So then he made a ruling that no one should disturb the Sankirtan movement. And to this day, that is still in practice. They don't disturb the Sankirtan movement.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, Prabhu. Now I got the idea. Now, again, in another stanza of Bhajan, it says about how he was initiated to sannyasi. Became Sri Krishna Chaitanya, who was a sannyasi guru named as Keshav Bharati. And where all he visited, even the Shaiva kshetras also, like Shambhulinga, Bhuvaneshwar, Kapoteshwara, where all he visited. Then he also visited rejoicing everywhere, going from place to place, like, Kshira Chora Gopinath temple and Sakshi Gopal.
Oh, yes.
All these, where all, Nityananda Prabhu saying about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these things, where all he visited. Then whom first he developed Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya in the I feel
right.
This is also one wonderful pastime of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya in Chaitanya Charitamrita when I was listening about. Then here, I think southern part, Venkata, he also delivered Ramananda Raya when he came.
Yes.
And the leper, he delivered the leper, Vasudeva Ghosh.
Yes.
Venkata Bhatta, all this.
Yes.
Wonderful. These are also some. Then again, he also had the stick arguments with Buddhists, Jains, and Mayavadis. And he's a savior of South India. That's true. That's exactly. And all this, Prabhu, really nice, then
amazing Bhajan. Absolutely amazing.
He's the companion and friend of Balabhadra Bhattacharya. Then his return from Vrindavan, he delivered many Mohammedans as well, and is very fond of intimate exchanges between Vallabha Bhatta.
Right.
And now he's and all this, I think Bhaktivinod Thakur is enjoying with his feet, and he just wants nothing. Falls down with his reddish lotus feet, he says here. This time.
Wonderful. Well done. You really got into it.
Like, it's nice when you sing about first. Yes, as I told you previously, that I feel it's such a long bhajan, but this long bhajan, it's like it covers, almost all the charitra of the Lords.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Bhaktivinod Thakur ki jai, Gitavali ki jai. नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाए, नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाए, जगन्नाथ सुत महाप्रभु विश्वम्बर मायापुर शशि नवद्वीप सुधाकर सची सुत गौर हरि निमाय सुंदर राधा भाव कांति आच्छादित नटवर नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे रामानंद चपल बालक मत्र भगत ब्रह्मानंद वदनत की कौतुकानुरक्त विद्यार्थी उदपचार द्वयेर मोहन तैतिक सर्वसक्रम्य बालिका क्रीडन नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे लक्ष्मी प्रतिभोरदाता उदाता बालक श्री सचिरपति पुत्र शोक निवारक लक्ष्मीपति पूर्व देश सर्व क्लेशहार दिग्विजयी दर्पहारी हरि विष्णु प्रियेश्वर नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे आर्य धर्म पाल पित्र गय पिंड दाता पुरी शिष्य मध्वाचार्य संप्रदाय पाठ कृष्ण नामो मठ कृष्ण तत्वाध्यापक नाम संकीर्तन युग धर्म प्रवर्तक नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे अद्वैत बांधव श्रीनिवास ग्रहदान नित्यादन प्राण गददेर जीवन अंतद्वीप शशधर सीमंत विजय गोद्रुम बिहारी मध्य द्वीप लीलाश्रय नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे कोलद्वीपपति ऋतु दीप महेश्वर जानुमोद ध्रुम ऋत दीपेर ईश्वर नवकंड रंगनाथ जीवन जानवी जीवन जगाय मदाय आदि धृत्वतारण नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे नगर कीर्तन सिंह काजी उतारण शुद्ध नाम प्रचारक भक्तातिहारण नारायणी कृपा सिंधु जीवेरा नियंत अदमा पौद्य दंडी भक्त दोष हंत नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य चंद्र भारती तारण परिव्रज शिरोमणि उत्कल पवन अम्बुलिंग भुवनेश गोपटेश पति क्षीरचोर गोपाल दर्शन सुखयाति नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे निर्दंडी संन्यासी सर्वभौम कृपामोय स्वानंदाश्वदंडी सर्व सुख शोय पुरत सुंदर वासुदेव त्राणकर्ता रामानंद सकपट कुलकेश हर्ता नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे बौद्ध जैन मायावती कुतक खंडन दक्षिण पावन भक्ति ग्रंथ उद्धारण आलल दशानंदी रताग्र नर्तक गजपति प्राणदेवानंद उदारक नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे कुलिय प्रकाशे दुष्ट पौतु येर त्राण रूप सनातन बंधु सर्व जीव प्राण वृंदावनानंद मोती बाल वृद्ध संगी यवन उदारी भट्ट बल बेर रंगी नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये रे नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाये काशी बाशी संन्यासी उदारी प्रेम दाता मर्कट वैरागी दंडिया चंडाल त्राता भक्तेरा गौरवकारी भक्त प्राणदान हरिदास रघुनाथ स्वरूप जीवन नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाए रे, गोद्रुमपति गोर निताय जीवन, वृंदावन भावि बोरा अद्वैत तेरा दान, गदाधर प्राण श्रीवास शरण, कृष्ण भक्त मानस चोर कलियुग पावन, नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाए रे, 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 भक्ति विनोद थोड़े रंग पाए रे, नदिया नगरे निताय नाचे नाचे गाए रे, भक्ति विनोद थोड़े रंग पाए रे, जय बोलो ताय गौर हरि।
Well done. That was incredible, Deepika.
Thank you, Prabhu.
I tried to follow some of that and I couldn't. So you did amazing. Well done. Nadia Nagare Nitai Nache Nache Gaire Ki Jai, Bhaktivinod Thakur Ki Jai, Gitavali Ki Jai, and Deepika Ki Jai. That's amazing, amazing. You did fantastic. Such an amazing bhajan.
I still couldn't spell some words. I mean, I just mixed up 2 ways, Prabhu.
Some tongue twisters, in there. But
Some
as you
came
said, it
up.
covers the whole, pretty much the whole of Chaitanya Leela. Yeah, well done. Really, really liked it.
Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. So let's see who's with us. Shyam Malini, would you like to read the English?
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
It's a long one, okay?
No problem, Prabhu.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's fine. I put the lights on. In the towns and villages of Nadia, Lord Nityananda ecstatically dances and sings these names of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya is the beloved son of Jagannath Mishra. He is Mahaprabhu, the great master and maintainer of the whole world. He is the shining moon. Sorry, where is it now? Of Mayapur and the source of all nectar for the land of Nawabdeep. He is the beloved son of Sachimata and he is the Lord Hari with a fair golden complexion. As he was born under a neem tree, he was called Nimai Sundara, beautiful Nimai. He is covered by the sentiment and luster of Srimati Radharani and is the best of all dancers. He becomes restless upon hearing the holy name of Lord Hari. In his boyhood pastime, he is swift and agile and is devoted to his mother. He displays the entire universe with his mouth, is a great logician and is fond of joking and playing pranks. He is the moon among scholarly students, and he bewildered 2 thieves who tried to steal his jewels when he was a small child. He is the cynosure of all philosophers, and he teased and joked with the village girls of Nadia. He is the giver of blessings to Lakshmi Priya. By his Sankirtan movement, he removed all the distress of East Bengal. He eradicated the pride of the conquering Pandita named Kesava Kashmiri and is the beloved lord of Vishnu Priya, his second wife. He is the preserver of Sanatan Dharma and is the giver of the Pinda oblation at the holy town of Gaya after the disappearance of his father Jagannath Mishra. He became this disciple of Ishwara Puri and is the protector of the Madhvacharya Sampradaya. He becomes madly intoxicated by tasting the holy name of Krishna and is the professor of the science of Krishna consciousness. Thus, he inaugurated the religion of the age, Nam Sankirtan. He is the friend of Advaita Acharya, the treasure of Srivas Thakur's home, the life and soul of Nityananda Prabhu, and the very source of life for Gadadhar Pandit. He is the moon of Antwardip and the triumph of Simantadweep. He enjoys wandering and frolicking on the island of Godruma and is the shelter of pastimes in Madhyadweep. He is the lord of Kulavdweep, the great controller of Ritudweep, and the creator of Janudweep, Modhadrumadweep, and Rudradweep. He is thus the supreme lord of the 9 islands of Nawabdeep, which serves as the stage for his wonderful pastimes. He is the life of the river Ganga and the deliverer of all sorts of rogues and rascals, beginning with Jagai and Madai. He is the lion of the village Kirtan and the deliverer of Chankanzi. He is the preacher of the pure holy name and the remover of the distresses of his devotees. He is the ocean of mercy of Narayani, the mother of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, and is the regulator of all souls. He is the chastiser of the fallen students who criticized his chanting of Gopi Gopi, and is the destroyer of the sins of his devotees. He was initiated into sannyasa with the name of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, and he is beautiful like the moon. He delivered the sannyas Guru Keshava Bharati, is himself the crest jewel of all wandering renunciates, and is the savior of the religion of Orissa. He is the master of Lord Shiva, who is known in 3 different Seva Tirthas as Sambhulinga, Bhuvaneshwara, and Kapoteshwara, visited by Lord Chaitanya on his way to Jagannath Puri. As a sannyasi, he rejoiced at the sight of the Orissa deities, Shrirakora, Gopinath, and Saksi Gopala. He became a sannyasi without a danda due to Lord Nityananda's breaking it in 3 parts and throwing it in the Barki river, and is full of mercy for Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He is ecstatic by tasting the bliss of himself in the form of Krishna, and he is the resting place of all universal happiness. He is beautiful. He is beautiful like the molten gold, and he delivered the leper Vasudev. He is the intimate friend of Ramananda Rai and the remover of all miseries from the family of Venkata Bhatt. He is the refuter of the atheistic arguments of the Buddhists, Jains, and Mayavadi. He is the savior of South India, and he has brought to light the 2 devotional literatures, Krishna Karnamrita and Brahma Samhita. He became ecstatic at the sight of the deity Alala Natha, and he danced in front of the Jagannath cart during the Rati Yatra festival. He delivered Gajapati Pratapa Rudra and was the savior of Devananda Pandita. By his appearance at Kulia, he delivered all ill-behaved student community there. He is the friend of Rupa and Sanatan Goswami and the life of all souls. He is the personification of bliss in the transcendental realm of Vrindavan, and he is the companion and friend of Balabhadra Bhattacharya. On his return from Vrindavan, he delivered many Mohammedans and is very fond of intimate exchanges with Vallabha. He delivered the Mayavadi sannyasi of Kazi and is the bestower of love of God. He is the chastiser of the false renunciates called Markata Vairagi for being like monkeys. And he is the savior of everyone down to the lowest class of men. He is the glorifier of he is the glorifier of his devotees, and is the treasured wealth of their lives. He is the very life of such devotees as Haridas Thakur, Raghunath Das Goswami, and Swarup Damodar. He is the supreme master of the island of Godruma. He possesses a golden complexion and is the very life of Srila Nityananda Prabhu. He constantly remains overwhelmed with the ecstatic mood of Vrindavan and is the supreme treasure of Srila Advaita Acharya. He is the life breath of Srila Gadadhar Pandit, the shelter of Srivas Pandit, the thief of the hearts of all the devotees of Lord Krishna, and the supreme purifier of the degraded age of Kali. Oh, in the towns and villages of Nadia, Lord Nityananda dances ecstatically while singing these divine names, and Bhaktivinod falls down at his reddish lotus feet. Oh, that's all, Prabhu.
Yay, thank you so much. Amazing bhajan, huh? Amazing bhajan. And you did well. Deepika did very well.
Thank you, Prabhu. So sorry.
And now these next three are a little bit easier. So how would you want to sing these? Do you want to do it in one go, all three?
I think I'll do all three in one go only, Prabhu, because it's like in the same tune.
Yeah.
So
okay. So do you want to say anything, or if you like, you can read the translations.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, up to you. Up to you. Okay.
Sure, Prabhu. Shall I read this translation, Prabhu, first?
I think, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, good idea. We can do all the three translations first.
Sure, Prabhu. All glories to Lord Gaura, the master of Godruma. He is the very life of Lord Nityananda, the treasure of Sri Advaita, and he is always overwhelmed with the ecstatic moods of Vrindavan. He is the life breath of Gadadhara Pandit, the shelter of Srivasa Pandit, and the thief of all hearts of devotees of Lord Krishna.
Next one. Okay.
Jai
very good. Okay.
Translation. Lord Vishwambara is the savior of age of Kali, the full moon in the sky of hearts of Bengal, the inaugurator of congregational chanting, the bestower of transcendental ecstatic love, the beloved son of Mother Sachi, and he has the pure golden complexion.
The last one.
Please chant these holy names of Lord and his personal associates. Krishna Chaitanya, Advaita, Prabhu Nityananda, Gadadhara, Srinivasa, Murari Mukunda, Swarupa Rupa, Sanatana, Puri, Ramananda, Hari Bol.
Well done. Thank you so much. So, okay, go for it.
Bhaktivinod Thakur ki jai, Gitavali ki jai. Jai Go Drumapati Gora, Jai Go Drumapati Gora, Nitai Jivana Advatiradana, Vrindavana Bhava Vibhora, Gadadhara Prana, Shivasa Sharana, Krishna Bhakta Manasa Chora, Jai Go Drumapati Gora, Jai Go Drumapati Gora, Kali Yuga Pavana Vishwambara, Gaura Chitta Gagana Shashadara, Kirtana Vidata Parapremadata Sachi Sutta Purata Sundara Jai Godruma Hari Gora Jai Godruma Hari Gora Krishna Chaitanya Dvaita Prabhu Nityananda Gadadara Srinivasa Murari Mukunda Swarupa Rupa Sanatana Puri Ramananda Jai Godruma Pati Gora Jai Godrumapati Gora Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur and the Prema, the Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Well done, Deepika. You did a marathon today. Congratulations. Very,
Thank you
very,
so much
very
for the
good.
opportunity, Prabhu.
No, amazing, amazing. Jai Godrumapati Gora Bhaktivinod Thakur's Gitavali ki Jai. Superb effort, superb effort. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, Surinder?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. And Ananda Leela, how are you both?
We are fine. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dandavat, Nitai Gaur, Haribol.
Oh, so, the Acharya, you knew him?
Yes, he's our Acharya, Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you met him because he's come to the UK, no?
No, unfortunately, he was not able to come to UK physically, but we had darshan through Zoom and through some in the computer. We followed his program. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So sad to hear. So sorry to hear.
Yeah.
He came long time ago with Govinda Maharaj. Long time ago, he came to London.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you
maybe
knew
very
him.
long
You
time.
met him, Shyamalani?
Yeah, I met him a long time ago when he came with Govinda, Sridhar Govinda Maharaj.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Yes, it was sad to hear these great souls leaving is not good.
Yeah.
Yes,
And now he joined the Nitya Lila
Yeah,
with Guru
of
and
course.
Goranga. So
Of course,
in a
of
better
course.
place. Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
For them, it's great. Okay. So, which ones were you going to do? I've forgotten now.
Yes, Prabhu, it's section 6. I think number 1, Mataji
Deepika.
Deepika Mataji done the first one.
She
No,
did.
no.
That's right.
Already
So
done
it's
it,
from
yeah.
2, they all like small kirtan, Prabhu.
Oh, okay. Great, great, great. So
Yeah.
how will you want to do them? You can do them one by one, or you can do
Yes,
them
please,
together.
one by one.
Okay. And you're welcome to share anything you like, huh?
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, yeah. I'll first read the translation because they are like small one. Here the translation is like it's all about the Lord's name. O Krishna, O Govinda, O Hari, O Gopi Vallabha, O Sori, O Srinivasa, O Damodara, O Shriram, O Murari, O Nandanandana, O Madhava, O Narshima, O Kamsari. It's all about chanting the holy names of Shri Krishna and remembering the various holy names, forms, and pastimes of the Lord. Yes, Prabhu.
So you will sing?
Yes, I'll start the kirtan. Krishna Govinda Hari Gopi Vallabha Shore. 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 Srinivasa Damodara Shri Rama Murari. Srinivasa Damodara Shri Rama Murari. Srinivasa Damodara Shri Rama Murari. Krishna Govinda Hari Gopi Vallabha Shore. 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 Nanda Nandana Madhava Narashima Kamsare. Nanda Nandana Madhava Narashima Kamsare. Nanda Nandana Madhava Narashima Kamsare. Krishna Govinda Hari Gopi Vallabha Shore. Krishna Govinda Hari Gopi Vallabha Shore. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gaura Hari Jaya Gaura Hari. Gaura Hari Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Srila Guru Deva, Nita Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gora, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora, Prem Nandi, Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
So, would you like to read the translation?
Oh, yes, Prabhu. Kirtan number 3. Here, the many names of the Lord. Here you describe the different pastimes of the Lord in Vrindavan. The holy name is sweet like honey of the springtime, known as Vasanta Ritu. Lord Krishna performs Madhuras in the grove of Radha Kunda, known as Ananga Sukhada Kunja. I'll read the translation. Krishna is the lover of Srimati Radharani, sweet like honey of the springtime. The husband of Lakshmi, the awarder of liberation, the lord of the gopis. He bewilders of cupids, he relishes of the blissful mellows of the rasa dance, the enjoyer of amorous sports in the grove of Radha Kunda, known as Ananga Sukhada Kunja, and the pleasure of the cows. Radha Vallabha Madhava Shripati Mukunda. Radha Vallabha Madhava Shripati Mukunda. Gopinatha Madana Mohana Rasa Rasaninda. Gopinatha Madana Mohana Rasa Rasaninda. Ananga Sukhada Kunja Bihari Govinda. Ananga Sukhada Kunja Bihari Govinda. Ananga Sukhada Kunja Bihari Govinda. Sukhada Kunja Bihari Govinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gaura Hari, Jaya Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari, Jaya Gaura Hari, Jaya Radha Vallabha Radhe, Jaya Radha Madhav Radhe, Jaya Radha Gopinath Radhe, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radhe, Jaya Radha Kunja Bihari Radhe, Jaya Radha Govinda Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudeva, Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva. Nitai Gora Haribol, Nitai Gora Haribol,
Good job.
Nitai Gora
Good job.
Premanandi Haribol.
Very good. Thank you. And did you want to do number 4 as well?
Okay, Prabhu, yes.
Okay. Oh, that's our standard. Jai Radha Madhav. Yes, please. That'd be good.
Shall I read the translation first, Prabhu?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Shri Krishna is the lover of Srimati Radharani. He displays many amorous pastimes in the groves of Vrindavana. He is the lover of the cowherd maidens of Raja and the holder of the great hill named Govardhana. He is the beloved son of Mother Yashoda, the delighter of the inhabitants of Raja, and he wanders in the forest along the banks of the river Yamuna. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Gopi Janavalabha, Jaya Girivardhari, Jaya Gopi Janavalabha, Jaya Girivardhari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana, Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana, Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana, Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava, Radhe, Bihari, Radha Kunja Bihari Radhe, Jaya Radha Vallabha, Radha Vallabha Radhe, Jaya Radha Yashodanandana, Radha Yashodananda Radhe. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Surinder, would you like to share anything?
Yes, Prabhu. So basically, it's the different names of Lord Sri Krishna and depicting the pastimes in Vrindavan, especially with Radha Krishna. It was mentioned by our devotees that His Divine Grace, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, had given many of the deities name like Radha, Vinod, etc. Is some connection with Srila Bhaktivinod Thakur name as well. Yes, therefore there is this verse comes with Sarika Sukokti Kutu Kadyala Shalapitam Radhika Vyatita Kama Deva Kama Mohitam Prema Vasya Krishna Bhava Bhaktaricha Matkaram Prema Dhama Devam Eva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. Lord Gauranga mentioned a witty conversation that was carried on between a parrot and his mate. In their talk, Lord Krishna, the transcendental Cupid, is described to be illusion due to his deep feelings of separation from Sri Radha. So it is also said, Radha Sange Yada Bhati Ayatha Vishwa Mohopi Tada Madana Mohana Swayam Madana Mohita. The female parrot said, when Lord Krishna is with Radharani, he is an enchanter of Cupid. Otherwise, when he is alone, he himself is enchanted by amorous feelings, even though he enchants the whole universe. By this pastime, Lord Gauranga charmed the devotees' hearts by showing that Lord Krishna's sweetness and charm ultimately lies in the fact that he can be subdued by pure love. I offer my obeisances to that beautiful golden Lord, Gauranga Sundar, the divine form of Krishna Prema. So in this way, we aspire that one day we may practice Shuddha Bhakti. This is our prayer and aspiration. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol. Thank you very,
Thank you,
very
Prabhu.
much for that
Thank you.
very nice drop of nectar.
Hare Krishna.
So Hare Krishna, I'd like to stop the